Hi there, today I'm going to be reviewing the Milwaukee M12 heated jacket. I purchased just a jacket by itself. You can also buy it as a kit with a battery and the battery charger. I'm wearing the size large. I'm 5'10" and I weigh 210, so just to see, if you're curious what size might fit you, this is what fits me. This really nice jacket has, you can tighten up the Velcro on the sleeves. I got this jacket a couple weeks ago, and I was able to wear it outside when we had the windstorm that came through here, so it was about in the mid-20s and super windy, and this jacket did a really good job of keeping the wind out. It has a couple of heated zones. Right now, I don't know if you can see this little red thing, I'm actually testing the pocket warmers. It has heated pockets, and they're really nice. But right now I'm just I'm timing how long it takes to run the batteries out in the pockets. But and then you also have the others, 3 zones that heat on top. So there's 2 heating elements, one on each side, and then there's another one right in the center of your back. And when you run this thing on high, it warms you up really nicely. There's a bunch of other features. I'll do a close-up on the jacket to demonstrate those. This is the pocket where the battery's stored, and it just fits in there just like that. You can also use the larger size M12 battery, and the way it works is this part right here plugs into this battery adapter, and you can also, if you have the M18 tools, you can buy the battery adapter for the M18, and it'll last a real long time. One of the things, or a couple of things that's nice about this, is it has a button. Oop, I'm just about out of battery with this. Lets you know how much battery life you have left. And then there's also right down there, it might be hard to see, but that's a USB plug. So that's where you can plug anything that would use USB power, phone, iPod, or MP3 player. And you can plug it in right there. And then inside the jacket, there's you can see right here, well, there's a different spot. I'll get a better angle here in just a sec. But anyhow, there's a hole for it where it goes through your jacket, and it comes out right here, and then you can just run it up to the there's an inside pocket, and you can put your phone in there. Actually, it's not an inside pocket. The pocket is accessed from the outside, but there's a hole that you can run the cord through so that you can put your device right in there. Sorry if I'm shaking a little bit here. I will say one thing that was a little bit annoying. When I was first trying to find the hole for where you would run the power cable to the battery pack, it's really hard to spot the first time because you see the little tag that says, the USB symbol. But then it's hard to find. It's a little easier now because I've been stretching it. But the first time, this was just like pressed together. It took me forever to find that hole. I actually found it by going inside the pocket and coming out the other direction. But yeah, if you get this, it's just a little tricky to find. And the other thing is, it seems like they could have just used a different color stitching around there to make that easier to see. And if you feel this is really lightweight right here, this stitching. And I think if you were to use that feature frequently, your cord is eventually going to wear that out, and you're going to have to do a little sewing. Besides the smaller battery that you would get if you bought the kit, you can also use the larger battery that they sell separately. And it's just going to fit in here exactly the same. And then you can see I got a full charge. I'm going to go ahead and run this in the jacket at the high setting and see how long it runs. I tried doing it last night and I fell asleep after about 3 hours. So I don't know exactly how long it lasted. Now it's going to fit in this pocket pretty much the same way. It's not anywhere near as comfortable as if you were using the smaller battery. I think I got to go in there bottom first. And but if you needed something to last a long time, it would do the trick. Oops. This is hard to do when you're doing it for the camera. But it does fit in there and zips up tight. And I'm just going to go ahead and run it and then let you know how long that baby lasts. Here's a better shot of the buttons that turn the unit on and off. Now the M12 marker, that's the jacket heater. And then you just hold that down for a couple seconds and the light comes on. Red is the hottest. That white color is medium. And then blue is the coolest setting. And then it's the same thing for the pocket warmer. You just hold it down for a second and you have the 3 settings as well. You just hold it down for a couple seconds to turn it off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on high and start the clock. Alright, this jacket's been on the high setting for about 45 minutes. Just to give you perspective, ambient temperature is 64 and the heating elements are up in the top corner again, so that's 71 on the outside. Mid-70s to high 80s on the outside. And then the part that you're probably concerned about, this is where the heat is back here. It feels really warm. Yeah, well, it is warm. Yeah, so when we're right around 100 degrees, right on the middle of your back, it feels good when you're wearing it. And the nice thing is this jacket is just sitting on the cover for my sink, so it's not really getting any insulation on the back side. What is that temperature? Yeah, 91 on the back side, on the outside. Okay, sports fans, it's 62 degrees in the travel trailer. I got it on the medium setting. I'm just going to shoot a couple temps off the jacket. So it's 63, 64 on the outside, not real warm on the outside, 66 over here. There it is, 82. I wasn't hitting the hot spot, huh? We got over here. Where's it warm? Left side not warm. Alrighty. $96, 100. So still pretty warm, almost pretty much as warm as it was on the high setting. We'll see how to do for battery life. What's this say? Still pretty cool. 70. Warmer than 86, 91. There we go. Okay, just for fun, I decided to plug in the larger size battery that you can get for the M12s. And this is, well, I'm trying to read it here, 32 watt hours. The smaller battery is 16, so mathematically speaking, you should get twice the amount of runtime off of it. I've had this plugged in for an hour, and I'm just going to check the battery. So I still got 3 bars left on it. We'll see. I'll keep checking on it. Temperature should be about the same, 74, 87, and I gotta look behind me. It's 48 degrees in here. What? It's 56. 48 outside, 56 in. Anyhow, inside is probably still going to be pretty warm. Oops, I'm aiming at the wrong spot. Here we go. So still 100 degrees inside the jacket. 110. Yeah. So pretty toasty. I tell you what, I've had this outside in the freezing cold, and it'll keep you warm. Okay, just some final thoughts on this jacket. I did some time tests with this, and it compared pretty close to the heated hoodie. So the red setting, the hot setting, I got 1 hour and 45 minutes on just the jacket alone. With the large battery, I got 4.5 hours of time, which is kind of weird because the watt hours of the big battery is double the small battery, but it always way more than doubles performs what the small battery does. And this is true with their whole tool line. You always get way more use out of that large battery than the small one. At the white setting, which is this right here, I got 3 hours. And at the lowest setting, the blue, I got about 5 to 6. And just to be fully honest, if you want to talk about boring, put a battery in something and wait for it to die. I didn't ever get an accurate time at the lowest setting just because it ran so long. I'd fall asleep or lose interest or do something else, and then when I remembered to check it, it would be dead, and I would not have any idea of the exact amount of time, but it's really long. With both the pocket warmer and the jacket on, it ran for 80 minutes on high. I didn't duplicate it for the other settings, but this will kind of give you an idea. The hand warmer, or the pocket warmer by itself, that was 3 hours and 40 minutes at the high setting. And not only does it warm, it's nice to take your hand into, it also does warm the inside of the jacket a little bit, so you get double, double duty out of it. Now, there is just one other thing that I want to add about this jacket. I have it turned on right now at the medium setting, and it makes this white light, and I was walking around last night in the dark, and this is really bright. I really wish they had put this down lower, because it kind of shines right in your eye. So it's a little distracting at night. Certainly not stealthy. Maybe good if you're walking down the road and you want cars to see you. But it's pretty bright. I really wish it was down lower somewhere else. If you're looking at this jacket and you're trying to decide between the hoodie and this jacket, boy, they're really different creatures. Battery performance, it seems like they're the same. But the jacket is way more weather resistant. It's pretty close to being windproof. I was out in some really gnarly winds, and they didn't get through the jacket at all, which I really liked a lot. I've had jackets that were supposed to be windproof, and they weren't as windproof as this one. It's super comfortable. I really like the material. I haven't had it for a super long time, so I don't know how it's going to wear. So, you're on your own with that one. And the last thing is, if you have the big battery in the back, it's really pretty uncomfortable. If you're walking around, it's not too bad. It's a little heavy. The small battery, you don't even know that it's in there. The one thing I do like about this jacket over the heated hoodie is the jacket has the battery pocket on the outside. So if you wanted to swap the battery, you don't have to take the jacket off. The heated hoodie, the pocket's on the inside, so you have to take the garment off and freeze, and change the battery, and put it back on. So I don't understand why they put that on the inside, but anyhow, that's the way it is. So I hope this video helps you. If there's kind of hard to find information about these from, if you're just going to the manufacturer's website or Home Depot or whatever. But yeah, it's a pretty nice jacket. I like it so far. Thanks.